Greetings, friends. Welcome to my lovely celestial gardens. I am loving this new scene and I'm so happy to share it with you. It's where I'm going to be sharing my readings from at some of the time and doing some of my classes as well. This week, we are in the middle of the sun in Scorpio, and the moon is finishing up in Virgo. It will be moving into Libra very shortly. Venus has just moved into Libra as of late last night, early this morning, and that is a much more lighthearted place for Libra. But don't let that catch you off guard. There are always lessons to be learned with that Libra, that Venus in Libra, especially on giving and receiving and boundaries and really being fair and true to oneself, and reflecting that also in the outer world. So, as that being said, also Mercury is finishing up in Scorpio and will be moving to Sagittarius very soon. So if you are doing any deep-seated thinking and thoughts, that is to be expected, and enjoy it while it's here, because once that Mercury moves into Sag, watch out, because Sag is so expensive, and it'll be good to come out of the Mercury depths in Scorpio, but that's, I'm very at home there. I have my Mercury in Scorpio, so it feels natural to me. I feel good with it, as long as I'm staying on the eagle side of the Mercury in Scorpio, as I'm sure many others would agree. For just in general, staying on the eagle side of Scorpio, or the phoenix side of Scorpio. Going into the Scorpio and the snake isn't always that fun. So, but it is necessary, that at least the snake process of transmutation, transformation, taking that which is seeming venom or poison and transforming it. And, the alchemy of one's personality or soul essence, even in the body too. And as I was saying that, I just heard Archangel Raphael and the caduceus and the serpents. And, that caduceus is that symbol of the two snakes that you see, but like on medical buildings, it's transforming anything that is adverse to the body and bringing things back to health. And that's, of course, a reflection in the alchemy of the soul and the spirit as well. So that being said, I thought it'd be fun to pull from the Astro Oracle cards, the Starcodes Astro Oracle. I haven't pulled from these in about a year, I think. They've been away. So the first card we got was Leo, shine. Remember to shine like the lion you are. We all have an inner lion inside of us. We all have some Leo energy somewhere. So where is your Leo energy? Where do you shine? I invite you to think about that and contemplate it and perhaps write it out. And where do you shine in your own life and in the lives of others? And how does it benefit? How does it aid and support not only oneself, but the whole environment? And I'm always talking about that web of light. How is it weaving in the web of light? So remember to shine your true essence, dive deep into your soul presence, activate that solar plexus chakra after, you connect to your crown chakra and bringing that light down through the chakras. Also, I'm hearing Christ consciousness state. The Christ consciousness state is that golden sunlight that in the tree of life, it relates to the Sephiroth, Tiferet, and that is where the sun sits on the tree of life. In the center Sephiroth, there's 10 Sephiroths on the tree of life, and the sun sits in the center one. And that's where, that solar essence, that solar presence of shining would be. And it touches all things. So the second card is, it's funny, the moon. This looks like in the eclipse, we just had that eclipse. So we are moving through those waves and repercussions of the eclipse season and seeing what's being seeded and then what's being washed away. what's taking root in this eclipse time, and what we really have cut away. So, and on this card says perception. I think this is a beautiful card. Where's our perception? Are we coming from a perception of positivity, of benevolence? Or are we coming from a perception of fear and doubt? I'm even hearing like envy, jealousy, like those kind of dark sides of Scorpio essence, perhaps. I mean, other signs have that too, but us being in the Mercury and Scorpio finishing up, like where's our perception? So is it aligned with our highest good? Is it aligned with our soul essence, our soul presence, our Christ consciousness state that we each have individually within ourselves? And it's up to us to develop that. And that could be like the alchemy of the soul and the spirit, going through that, the black work and purifying it, and allowing the dove to descend into doing the white work, and then allowing that purification to take place, and then allowing it to rise like the eagle, and the eagle in Scorpio, and having that perception of the spirit view, the greater view. And how does that assist in life, even though we are here in the physical reality and we see all things, but what do we see from the spirit view? And then we have Neptune coming in. So also, I think that goes a lot with perception, like our Neptune. Are we tapping into the higher energy of Neptune? What is the super consciousness bringing to the table of our mind and our feeling world too? And how can we direct that to our highest and best good? I have Neptune on my ascendant right now. It's been on my ascendant pretty much all year. And it's a really interesting place, especially every time the moon conjuncts Neptune. It's like I go into like the psychic stratum, and I can feel so much. It's amazing when the moon and Neptune conjunct in Pisces on my ascendant. And I receive so much information. It feels like I'm walking through a water world, but still, needing to have that discernment of what I'm allowing in. So what are you allowing in, and how are you filtering it through different purification processes, whether that is, your daily practice of ceremonial purification, or if you do something like affirmations and clearing the mind and the consciousness, or you work with the archangels or the ascended masters, like whatever your modality of clearing the essence of our emotional, mental, physical, etheric, soul and spirit bodies, like how are we cleaning our sphere? It's something to ask yourself too, so we don't get caught up in the murky waters of the moon or Neptune. And then the next card is transits. And we are going to be we're already going through so many transits, especially with the eclipses, but we are going to go through some heavy transits this weekend. So it's so important to keep in those positive states. We have Mars and Uranus in opposition, and Mars and the Sun are going to be conjuncting. So it's going to be like super intense with Mars and the Sun conjuncting, and then opposing Uranus, in Taurus. And just maintain your essence, your center as best as possible, and put that energy into things that you can create positivity with. You can move forward in your life. You can seed things in life, and then you let go of other things. There's so much more to that opposition that's going to be happening, but allow yourself to be supported in a positive way as always. Maybe I'll write something a little bit more about that closer to because we have the new moon coming in next Monday. So that's going to be happening, new moon in Scorpio. And it's interesting because so we have this transit, and then we go through the weekend and this transits. And what's so interesting about this opposition, this Mars-Uranus opposition, it's on 11/11 at 1:11 p.m. Pacific time. I just think that's so trippy. So to me, like that, there's so much opportunity for elevation and higher consciousness there too, even though it's such a intense, it could be really not good aspect. So like holding that higher consciousness of the eagle and the phoenix is really important in any way that it's moving through life. And so after that, then we have the solar calm. And this is interesting because, you know, when the sun and moon conjunct in that new moon, they will be aligned. And in this picture, you do see the alignment here. And so perhaps there will be a realignment and a solar alignment and lunar alignment of the depths. And this will be, of course, the first new moon since the eclipse period. So this will be a whole new beginning and a seeding of the energy moving forward. So yeah, this is going to be really interesting. Yeah. Anyhow, I am wishing you so much love, so many blessings, and I'm sending you so much light. And if you'd like a book or reading, I am here online, and then I will be in the shop later this month. I'm getting the dates together, and then we'll go ahead and post that. All right. I'm sending you so much love. I'll talk to you later.